when you have to reach heights, you have to have integrity. GK and moral science, I think that is the most important subject anyone can teach you until unless you have decided to learn. Once we do service with a true heart, that will be our award.
Welcome to Great Principles. I'm your host Seema, and today we are discussing on a very, very important topic. In today's world where corruption, violence, unrest have become popular and so prevalent in our society, schools have an added responsibility to ensure that the value education as a subject is taken seriously and a part of curriculum to produce not just educated but also responsible citizens with insightful minds who believe in giving back to society. In today's conversation, I'm talking to Dr. Shruti Sharma. She is principal of Tandon International School, Punjab, and we'll be discussing on integrating value education in school curriculum. Welcome to Great Principles, ma'am. I'm very honored to have you with me in conversation today.
Same here, ma'am. Good evening. I am truly honored to be speaking on this platform.
Thank you.
I'm Dr. Shruti Sharma, and how I started my career, you can say I started as a teacher at professional institutions. You can say schools initially, then at an IIT, and then I've done MCM, Master of Computer Management, MCOM, NTT, B.Ed, MA Education, UGC NET, PhD in Education, and teaching was my passion, you can say. Even in my father, he was very fond of reading, and I also used to read a lot of books, like what he used to do in those days. I think television came when we were in ninth, and we always saw our grandparents and father, everyone reading. That was the favorite pastime. And I remember those days still. My cousins and all, in 3 days they would finish one novel or something. And so reading was the favorite pastime. And my mother is also a PhD in Hindi, and they both my parents had, like, they were having two masters at least. I have four, so I don't feel that it's a very big thing. Passion I had, even as a student, I have always been like class topper, and till the time I was in school, and reading was never a big problem. In sixth also, I remember my essays used to be the longest, and we learned from our teachers. My mom was a PhD Hindi. I have done my PhD in education, and I see that, see how we learn. Again, the values come from the kind of environment that we are in. So parents are also a role model. The teachers are also. And Pratham Guru आपकी माँ है. Then है ना, it's the mother who is the first guru. Then it is the teachers. And I always believe in this, that whenever I am in school, the greatest inspiration. This is how I recollect that. How did I learn? I learned from my teachers. So they were my role models. And definitely their personality, their way of expression, their conduct, everything has a role to play in my life. So I think everybody knows this, but still, we have to be role models here, the teachers and everyone. And integrating it with the curriculum, only just books is not the thing. Sometimes I tell my teachers that I don't think so I need books now. We can integrate the curriculum in such a manner that even without books, because we learned through stories, bedtime stories, or whatever you call, like the dadi nani. I say they have got a great role, because value education is the most important subject, which is maybe I feel sometimes that people tend to disrespect or ignore. GK and moral science, I think that is the most important subject, which we take that anybody can do, and it is not difficult. It is very easy. See, saying it and not doing is again a crime. So when a child is going to sleep at night, the subconscious programming is done. So even at the school, when the child is there, there is conscious learning that takes place. So every chapter, or even if it is literature, I think uh, or history, there are values to learn. And integrating the curriculum, I feel like if there are the festivals, so there are celebrations, so they must know why is a holiday tomorrow. There should be a, like, this is what I believe, that special assemblies and some star development and all this is our responsibility of the school, not just the tomorrow is a holiday and then we enjoy it. We must know why. And even if it is any great leader whose anniversary, birth anniversary there or anything, so we must conduct this, and this is how we can weave around the value education into our curriculum. The special assemblies and even the assemblies, they can be for the entire uh, month, like value of the month when we say, है ना? So we can ask the children to conduct the assemblies, and they would bring the thought for the days and the skits and the stories all interwoven and based on values. So there are list of values. I think the internet is full, but even if we inculcate 12 values on a monthly basis, then and we should imbibe, not just say, है ना? If in honesty or trust, and values, and education, the purpose is not only just making the child fit for vocation, but it is to create people who have got values and a good human being ultimately, not just fit for earning money or getting a job. That is not the only objective of education. So when you talk about the intellectual and physical development, emotional and intellectual, there should be spiritual development as well. And I think we sometimes forget that studying all the chemistry and physics without values will again lead to professionals who are again committing crime. So I generally say, if you would have see, integration of subjects also, we say, once you are putting a nail into the wall, then physics comes when the force is there, then what is it made up of, chemistry is there. So and even, so when we are going to the market, the way we speak, language development is tested, then mathematics. So all these subjects, they have to be integrated, and values are very important. Honesty, if we just say and we have stories and everything, but if we are not imbibing those things, so who is a leader, the class monitor or whatever, like this is my personal, I was always a monitor, and I used to feel that we have to do justice. We cannot ignore things forever, and we have to catch hold of the troublemakers, like the 80-20 Pareto principle, that if something can, there are 20% of the people responsible for the 80% of the problems, and if you are able to control those 20%, so everything can be controlled. And all these whatever subjects we are studying, most important is that we are integrating it with values. I would say when you have become a lawyer, again, you can speak for the motion or against the motion. It depends upon the ethics. So ethics is also important when we say integrity, and all these values. They only will like decide how high will you go. So it is the attitude which will be deciding your altitude. So subject knowledge is one thing, but we have to integrate it with the values and moral science and GK. I say, when you are you become an engineer, a chemical engineer, why are bridges falling down? Because chemistry, had you done studied it properly along with ethics, then it would never have happened. Or if you say, you hear about doctors taking away the kidneys and all that. So I think ethics are very important, and where ethics are, then we are building a better society. And when you have to reach heights, you have to have integrity, and corruption you will have to fight against, and all these values and all these stories, I think religious, they make you spiritually high as well. And people think that it is difficult, but I think it is all possible, because it is what you want to become, you will become. You know, if good basis of education is value education. And everybody in the school environment or at home, we have the responsibility of creating those values. There are national
Absolutely, ma'am.
thinker,
Yeah.
so that is important.
Very well said, ma'am. Because I feel that the education without strong character is like a ship without a captain. So it is the
And I
responsibility
will
of schools now. Yeah,
I,
please, ma'am.
I always maintain that we are doing character development here. So
Yeah,
subjects are taught and we give the importance in the timetable. Moral science, you may not even have the periods sometimes. But then I say you have to judge the child based on this. That you said something and he's ready to do. So there is obedience. There are so many values which will be taking the person higher, right?
very
So
right, ma'am.
love, empathy, caring, sharing, all these things. And I think respect, so you should know self-respect. When you know self-respect, you will know how to respect, give respect to get respect. There are so many like when we are just saying, they have to be actually done. And virtuous people, like when we say we watch movies, again it is the hero who has to win. When you are not so when you are giving half a mark extra to a person who has not actually done the labor, so what are we doing? So I think that is important, that as a teacher we always watch this, that who has completed your work on time. Like if you're giving a project, so work completion, submission on time, courtesy, so many things, creativity. And you should not copy, plagiarism, if you, as you say. So lot of original thinker you should be, not a copycat, because all these things are actually needed when you are a leader. You have to think.
Right.
Education is making you fit for life. And about my education, as I told you, how it became my passion. uh, I remember I had been teaching at NIIT also, and I got a job and I was teaching higher classes. But then I was a lecturer also for PCA, PGDCA, PGDCOM, PGDIS. After NIIT, I had done MCM and I was taking all these classes. But my career in school started in 2002. So I have 20 years of experience in schools directly. And I have been a CBT computer science activity coordinator, value education coordinator, and IT coordinator. Multiple designations I have handled, and I could do it just because of my willing spirit. Because I don't think so. Anyone can teach you until unless you have decided to learn. When we say about Dronacharya and Eklavya, that is also one of my favorite thing. Like my mom always said, he believe in karma, and I don't have to bother whether you will stand first or not is not the thing. Run after knowledge. And so we used to read, and in our school, I remember never we used to get questions which were written in the notebook. So anything could be asked. So we were thorough with our textbooks, and that is why I was the topper. And I used to wonder what extra have I done. I have done nothing. I only respected my teachers, listened to them very carefully, and my goal was very clear that I was fond of like being appreciated. So that is also one thing which attracts. So positivity, I think, is very important in the class. And this is how. So all the movies I say, it is the hero is one who has got virtues. So there should be no argument, and respect will come automatically, because you have been fair. So same I feel when we are as leaders, as a coordinator, as a principal, as a supervisor. You can say we are super cameras watching. So I always tell, see, it is the when we talk about God, so spiritually you have to be high. And when you're saying God, the God resides in your own heart. You may have lots and lots of cameras, and how many cameras can you watch? So if you are actually giving you good education, and even if you have committed a mistake, you can say sorry and continue in this manner, that correct yourself, because lifelong learners we are. As time changes, challenges changes, situations change. Every day is a new day, and we have got a like 24 hours and so many seconds. So you can always refresh and learn, even if there is a mistake, I would say. And where there is will, there is way. No teacher can teach you until unless you have decided to learn. We cannot punish. And even with my children, I would say, my son is doing BTech and my daughter is doing BEd now. And I never believed in hitting the child. Wherever I have worked, we were not allowed to touch the child. Even though in our school days we could be giving dusters on our hands, but that was also just a drama I used to feel. So it is the role play, and with the, I think, voice command and eyes and even silence will speak. So meditation, where we used to lead the child to the meditation room. So we used to ask ma'am, well, ma'am, what is it that we are supposed to do? We had to introspect. Okay, where did I go wrong? And we cannot hit. And even in our school days, we used to stand up and close our eyes. Such values, I think I learned from my schooling. And
Absolutely, ma'am. Like schools plays a very important role in developing the values of the child. It have the responsibility, and this is now completely indispensable. It's absolutely imperative for schools and teachers to ensure that value education is a part of the curriculum in every lesson plan. In every topic that you are discussing, values can be integrated. Some of the examples ma'am also gave here, and from ma'am's own journey, it is very clear that when you have good values with you, it takes you long way. It makes you stronger as a person. It helps you because qualification and skills are essential for success, but without values you are incomplete as a person. To become the person a good citizen, values play a very very vital role. So ma'am, from your personal and professional journey also, there is so much to learn. So before we dig in more in that, let us start our rapid fire round. In rapid fire round, ma'am, you have to answer me in one word only. Okay. So here comes my first question. You mentioned that you are an avid reader. So which is your favorite book?
my experiments with truth.
All right. By M.K. Gandhi. Wonderful. Coming up to my next question. What do you do when you're not working?
I learn through the internet, and like there are lots and lots of things. I update myself continuously with the latest that is going on in the field of technology and education. That is my
All right.
passion.
Wow. Great. So my next question to you is, what has been the most rewarding moment in your professional journey?
I would say appreciations, awards, which I get very often, and nowadays there is a trend that you pay and then you get the award. So I say I will never pay. If you think I am eligible, okay. I don't want awards. I'm not fond of. I have many certificates and right from schooling. So only thing that encourages me is appreciation wherever I work and in the society. I think that is the biggest motivation for me.
Very true, ma'am. And even that comes from values, right? That if my work is worthy,
Yeah.
appreciation is going to follow. I need not pay for getting that appreciation, right? Even that is the part of values which have
Yeah.
been imbibed in you,
I always
right?
maintain that we are in the service industry, and once we do service with a true heart, that will be our award when the parent comes and appreciates the efforts of our teachers and our school and appreciation of the school wherever I work. That is the only thing that motivates me.
Very true. So moving ahead to my next question. If you were given three wishes, what would you wish for?
I would run a school, maybe online, free of cost for children. Anyone can, whoever wants guidance, I would want to give it free if it is possible. That is my passion.
Very beautiful thought, ma'am, because education, a basic education must be free for all the students. They have it as their right.
Working as a principal, like a lot of people say, "Okay, we have never seen a principal who can do this." I feel, see, principal is nothing but a teacher of teachers. We are leaders, and when we can do it, then the teachers can also do. And it is again by example that we have to motivate our team. So passion is teaching,
Absolutely,
and
ma'am. Moving to
their
the last, yeah.
monetary benefits do not motivate me.
All right.
That is
That's really good to hear that someone is so passionate about teaching. So, moving ahead to the last question of the show, tell me something. What is more important, creativity or innovation?
both. Creativity I think is more important at times, because like when corona had come up, then people were looking what to do, है ना? There was no one to guide. So
Mhm.
creativity is important, innovation is later. Creativity is important. I always say, like, even if a mother is going to the kitchen, then what is to be cooked, they have to think. So creativity, whatever is available, we can always find out where is that is creativity. And innovation comes automatically, whatever is the, so I think creativity is more important.
All right, wonderful. So, this was Dr. Shruti on our show today. She shared her personal, professional journey as well as shared us the importance of value education in life. So, do tune in to hear more exciting conversation with exceptional education leaders on great principles. Dr. Shruti, thank you so much for your time with us. We hope that your words resonate in the world of education far and wide.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I'm so proud to be on this platform today. Good evening, ma'am.
And we are
Thank you.
even privileged, ma'am, to have you with us. Thank you so much once again.